Shabbat Shalom. This week we read Parshat Vayigash. And I want to focus for a moment on Joseph. Yes, Joseph, that same person who told his brothers and his father of the dreams that they would all bow down to him. Now, those dreams having actually coming to fruition, Joseph stands ready to reconcile with his brothers, knowing now that they are changed men from the ones who sold him into slavery years ago. And the text tells us that Joseph could no longer control himself, that he burst out and cried great sobs that were heard throughout Egypt and in all of the house of Pharaoh. Rashi immediately reminds us that heard in Egypt and the house of Pharaoh were to be taken metaphorically. But the lesson of the text, I believe, is that Joseph was so overwhelmed by emotion in this moment of reconciliation with his brothers that he could not hold back the tears anymore, and they just burst forth. Cries of joy, cries of happiness at being reconciled with his brothers, cries of tears, cries of sadness, cries of longing for all the time that he would miss, but cries of hope as well, the hope of seeing his father once again. Joseph was a grown man. He was, in fact, possibly even the second in command in all of mighty Egypt. And yet, once the tears overwhelmed him, he allowed them to flow. Somewhere along the lines, our tears go from being accepted behavior to being something that is slightly less than accepted. Joseph's lesson to us all is a reminder that even an adult's tears have their place, have their moment, and can be the only expressed response, the only emotional response, if the situation dictates it. Shabbat Shalom.